Alright, welcome back. I'm back to playing Katawa Shoujo. I've really been looking forward to playing this all week long, and I guess let's just get right into it. And I believe I was at the part of escorting the blind girl to the library, or she was escorting me, I don't know. Let's just get right into it, I guess, yeah. She gives an appreciative smile at the gesture, taking the lead as we file in. I think this into the library. To the left is a wooden library counter, with the library proper being on the right. It easily dwarfs my old school library, with a distinct smell of old books giving the place an almost old world air. There don't seem to be a lot of students here. Considering the time, it isn't a big surprise. Everyone's probably either in the school grounds or the dorms. Yuku, are you there? She says it to thin air, since the librarian doesn't seem to be present, and of course Lily can't see this. What's unexpected is that it draws a reaction. Something from under the counter thuds against it, followed by a quiet wail. Aww. The origin, apparently the librarian, quickly crawls out and bounces up to extremely rigid attention. Hi Lily, how can I help you? Her voice is strained in a failing attempt to sound casual, and she's rubbing the back of her head. Good afternoon. What happened just now? I heard a strange sound. It's nothing. I just hit my head. See, I dropped an eraser under my desk, and while I was looking for it, a pencil dropped, and when I was looking for both of them, you came and surprised me. Are you alright? I'm sorry, I couldn't know. It's okay. Sorry for making you worry. This is nothing. I've had worse happen to me. She's quick to reverse Lily's apologies, almost frantically trying to push aside the possibility that she could be in any way inconvenienced by bashing her head on the counter. Yes, worse things have happened. The girl fidgets with her fingers as Lily doesn't seem to drop her concerned expression, and then she shuffles some papers around the counter for no reason. A little shorter than Lily, replete with glasses, freckles, and a very troubled look, she seems to fit a library perfectly. Ah, Lily, did you get my message? Message, Oh, the 2 important books that arrived. Right, they finally came. I can't believe it took so long, but... Amidst her celebrations, partially for managing to change the topic, I'm sure she notices me from the corner of her eye and freezes on the spot when she does. Oh no, I'm sorry for not noticing you before. Did you need to check out a book or return one? I'm sorry. The way she can so quickly shift between modes is a little unsettling. He's with me, Yuku. This is Hiso. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. A new student. Hiso, this is Yuku, the school's librarian. Pleased to meet you. Hiso. Pleased to meet you, Hiso. For a second, she visibly attempts to engrave the name on her mind so she won't forget. Yuku often arranges to import foreign books in Braille for me. Would you like to tell Hiso a little something about the library? Lily's innocent suggestion is met with an expression of abject terror. Please, Lily, I can't. I don't know what he could be interested in. This is too much responsibility. How it's any responsibility at all, I don't get, but her objection is so sincere I don't doubt for a second that she would rather disembowel herself on the spot than tell me where the light novels are. But... so there are a lot of books in the Braille here? I attempt to save the day by asking the first thing that pops in my head. It seems to work at least partially, as Yuku seems to. Not exactly relaxed, but at least looks slightly less tense. Well, I think about a third or fourth of the Yamaku's library is either in Braille or audio. Makes sense, given all the blind students that'd be here. Also, Braille's blind. Typing, I forgot about that. If it's only that, how come this library is so big in the first place? Well, we get a lot of new books regularly because the library is adequately endowed. That's probably why. They spend more on new books than on my salary, and then I have to organize and shelve them all. It's so troublesome, and they weigh so much. I wish I could just quit this job. A very awkward silence follows this revelation of too much information. I'll go check the aisles then, if you don't mind. It's probably best for all of us if she doesn't keep talking to me. Very well. Meanwhile, Yuku, I would have those books if it's alright with you. And switches the scene. My first impression was right. The library is surprisingly big. Ambling down the narrow aisles, I study the spines of books in random order, occasionally sliding one out to read a blurb, taking it with me if it looks good. In a few moments, I have a respectable stack of books in my arms. I guess I'll never be stuck for choice in here. The normality of the library sinks in. Sure, there are a lot of large print and barrel books scattered throughout, but it is what it is, a library. It's as if the calm mood from the room I had tea with Lily in snuck us. It's out of the calm mood from the room I had tea with Lily in snuck with us in here, unless it was here to begin with. Something about that puts me at ease, just like before. I reach to the end of the aisle and find a collection of desks set up for study or personal reading. Going a little further, though, I discover a nice quiet corner at the back. While the rest of the library has the odd student sitting at the desk either reading or stealthily sleeping, the back is pretty much deserted. As I glance around, I see someone who I recognize sitting on one of the several beanbags. It's a dark-haired girl from my class, the one who snuck out of the classroom earlier. Oh, it's the one I thought that was cute. Do I get to meet her now? I hope so. She's reading a book, keeping it close to her face, which makes her look like she's really into it. She's probably just hiding her face. Oh. From the way she was acting today, I had pegged as more of a delinquent than a bookworm. In fact, her mysterious disappearance from class raises all sorts of whys in my head. Intrigue flowed slowly but surely towards the servers, and before I knew it, I'm walking towards a mysterious long-haired girl. I guess there's no harm in introducing myself as I would with anyone else. She's a classmate after all. Walking over to another beanbag, I take a seat and lay my books beside it. The girl starts looking scaredly up at me from underneath her fringe. This is the first time I've seen her this close. Underneath her long, dense bangs, I can see that part of her face, at least a third if not half, is pretty badly scarred. My eyes are immediately drawn to the scars, subconsciously peeking past her hair until they meet her own eyes. For a second I'm shocked, and I divert my eyes to the book in her hands, before I realize that looking away probably only makes it worse. Oh, this guy, oh. It takes too many seconds to collect myself and remember that I walked up to her what I walked up to her for. Alright, I'm gonna say... I'm gonna be sincere. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to startle you. It's okay. The girl certainly doesn't look like it's okay, but I let it slide. So, do you mind if I sit here? She seems to be very uncertain whether it's okay or not for me to sit, but finally she nods, just a little. Oh, okay. I take a seat next to her, and she hides herself behind her book. Life of Pi. Never heard of it. Oh, they made a movie out of that. I never saw it, though. Too lazy. So, sorry for startling you again. I'm Hiso. She looks up from her book, stalling a little before replying. No. We are in the same class. Same class. Her speech is stilted, and so quiet that it's barely audible even in the still library. Somehow I think that my delinquent impression of her was wrong. Hanako. I'm Hanako. Oh, that's so cute. I'm still probably gonna go for Shizune though. Oh, I don't know. Shizune? Hanako? Shizune. I'll decide later though. ... I resist the urge to say, that's a nice name, just to have something to say, but really, it's the only thing that I can think of. I feel like an idiot. Everyone here must be used to being different to each other, and here I am, being all bothered and fussed about that kind of thing. Don't let me interrupt your reading. I'll just check these books, if you don't mind. She nods a little, and sighs a little sigh of relief. Looks like she doesn't want me to talk to her. Oh. ... So I try to read the covers and the introduction of the books I picked up, and she buries her face in her book again. Uncomfortable silence consumes us. My eyes still wander to her direction, and I sneak peeks at her flowing hair and the scars it's hiding. After a while, I realize that she's doing the same, only pretending to immerse in the life of Pi. I was Pi, not P. Her gaze is not inquisitive at all, though. It darts around like a scared rabbit. When our gazes finally meet, the chain reaction is unstoppable. She stands up forcefully from the beanbag and takes a deep breath. I've got to do something. With that warning, Hanako takes off and runs towards the counter. Her hair-like takeoff catches me so off guard that I don't manage to go after her until she has a good head start. Huh, she ran away from me. Oh, why? By the time I reach the counter, she's nowhere to be seen. Lily and Yuku are happily chatting away. Knowing that I won't be able to catch Hanako myself, I approach the girls. Hey, did you notice a girl run past here? Yuku, maybe. What did she look like? Long, dark hair, kinda shy. She had, well, some scars on her face. Lily, you wouldn't be talking about Hanako, would you? Yeah, that's her. I saw her reading and tried to talk to her, but I think I scared her off or something. Lily, oh dear. Yuko, would you excuse me? I had better try and find her. Sure. I'll just hold on to these until you come back. What's going on? I'm sorry, but I'll have to explain it to you some other time. Right, I'll see you later then. Lily hastily grabs her cane and hurries out of the library, leaving me alone with Yuko. I don't think I'll ever get the hang of this place. Did I do something wrong? What did you do? Nothing, I was just looking for some books, and then she got this fit and ran off. The most thinking thing I can think of is I might have looked at her in her general directions at a few times. Well, she's a very timid girl. You have to be very careful around here. She can be very jumpy, I think, and she's not accustomed to talking with other people. Isn't that a bit strange? I wonder. It's just how she is, I think. Yuko doesn't sound all that convincing. Then again, maybe it's just a norm around here. Everyone has their own problems, or else they wouldn't be here. But how should I deal with these people? Forcing myself to act overly casually only makes me feel phony. Like I was supposed to be ignoring the elephant in the room. Yuko fidgets, looking like she wants to say something to that, but resists it. I think it's an elephant only if you feel that way. I guess she doesn't have a good sense of self-restraint. It makes me smile, and she blushes heavily. What? Did that sound stupid? No, it sounded really nice. I guess you're right. It's more about me than anyone else. Neither of us has anything to add, so Yuko fills the silence by shuffling some papers around. People who have papers on their desk really like doing that. Did you find any books? I should be closing soon. I mean, this library should be closing, but I have to do it. I hope it's not too inconvenient for you. Oh yeah, I want some books, but I left them over there because... I'll just go get them. I fetched my stack of books from beside the beanbag where Hanako and I were sitting and returned to the counter. Wow, you read a lot, don't you? I surprised myself with that, too, honestly, at least when I really think about it. I had a lot of free time earlier this year, so I kind of just started reading books to fill that time. I couldn't do much else. Yuko, I see. But she doesn't say anything else, and just checks out the books for me. I guess this is what they call tact.